Like they're starting on Battlefield. I do always love to talk about the stages. This is an interesting starter. A lot of Marths are shying away from starting on Yoshi's recently because of the lack of space. They actually like having the room to move backwards after the lasers and stuff. So Battlefield provides that like long horizontal space for them.
And you're saying Marth is going to prefer that?
Yeah, Marth prefers that a little bit, but I mean, the edges make it tough for him to recover. It makes it a little bit more linear. Same thing for Falco, though. But having a high top platform can kind of be tricky for Marth to reach. You can't just like shore hop up air. So Marth has to play a little bit more committal in the vertical game, but in the horizontal game, he can definitely back up as far as he wants.
Ooh, very nice edge guard there. I love jab. Jabbing space to recovery is one of the most satisfying feelings that you can get with Marth.
Definitely. This has been super clean from JHTL so far. Okay, good combo starter here. Got the weak down air, but too high percent to actually combo that. That's fine. Okay, baited out. I like how Roboticphish is actually not using that many lasers when he doesn't have to. He's kind of dash dancing. He's mixing it up, right? He's not just spamming lasers or only dash dancing, right? He's mixing it up and making the Marth think a little bit.
He's varying his like approach as well a lot between going back and forth between just daring, and he's mixing in a lot of jab too, which I've always really liked to see on Falcos.
Definitely. I think just the problem right now, the neutral seems pretty even, but Roboticphish is finding himself in this corner situation a lot. I think if he positions himself a little bit more often in the center of the stage, it could go a lot better for him, because the punish game is about even, except he's getting clipped over by the edge. Yeah,
and you saw him take the center there, but then he just walked right back into the fray. So.
Yeah, that's something I like to talk about a lot, is like sometimes the opponent's win condition is to have you in the corner and throw you off the stage, right? So why would you just hand them their win condition,
Yeah, that's
right?
definitely Marth. That's definitely something people think about a lot with Marth, is he's like this trapdoor spider of a character who's going to try to put you at the point of the stage that he can control.
Yeah, that's a great way of describing it.
If you ever watch PP play Marth from back in the day, you'll notice that he just puts people in a corner and he just never lets them out.
Yep.
And he didn't have the most like high level. Taking a tip or F smash and dying at 80% there is tough for the end of that first game for Roboticphish. I'm interested to see what he picks for his counter pick, because most, like we were going back to what you were saying about Yoshi's, most Falcos at this level of play are going to get rid of Yoshi's. What do you think they like better about this now?
It's so interesting the way that the meta's gone. It used to be like Dreamland was a counter pick always, and then if the Dreamland counter pick wasn't there, you usually pick like either Fountain to like mess up their platform combos, or you pick like Pokemon Stadium to give yourself some room but still have the side platforms. But here you just kind of want to overwhelm the Marth, right? And so this is kind of the thought. It's really tough with the side slants that allow Marth to down tilt your sweet spot double jump, side B and all that.
Yeah, that's very tough for a lot of characters, not just Spaceys.
Most definitely. But I mean, in terms of like punish game, this stage can be really, really Falco favored. You can get shines off the top. You can down air them off the bottom a little bit sooner than you can on any other stage. So it's all about staying close to the Marth and hitting them as hard as you can when you do.
Would you say that you have to have a much tighter laser game on this kind of stage too, because you don't have that range to kind of mess up on like a grounded laser or something like that?
Yeah, you definitely have to be tight about it. It's about recognizing the space in between the two characters. If you're too close and you try to laser, Marth can just smack you like one time and you're off the stage. So you really have to recognize those spacings and shoot the laser as fast as possible, so Marth can't cross that distance too quickly.
And going back to what we were saying about the control, because of that smaller stage and the slants, he has more control over a larger real estate, amount of real estate.
Right. But there is, so the way I like to think of it is that you can push Marth into the corner a little bit faster here. Marth a lot of the time backs up into the corner, like after taking your lasers or just wave dashing back after shielding something. But if you can get him into the corner, he can't back up any farther, right?
Right.
On a stage like Battlefield Dreamland FD, he takes a laser, dashes back. He's still like in center stage. He can do it like 3 more times. On this stage, you can be a little bit more punishing about him, like just kind of backing up like that, and that was gorgeous.
Yeah, that was a really, really low % kill there for JHTL to get him back in the game. He needed it because Roboticphish was actually bringing the fight to him more often.
Yep. Okay, this is good. Up air, questionable. A down air platform tech chase might have been a little bit better, but that's fine. He's
just following up generally better a lot more in this game than he was in the previous game too.
Randall almost saves him there.
And he's finishing stocks too.
Yes, definitely.
He's not putting himself in situations where he has to do really prolonged edge guards, which can get messy with Falco.
So we see that classic approach, laser into early aerial, gets dash back, pivot grab, but no big punish here. Side platform position. Side platform position in this matchup is so interesting. It's all about who has the lead. I feel like if the Falco approaches the Marth, it's kind of a disadvantageous like position, right? And if the Marth approaches the Falco, it can be really hard to do anything that the Falco can't react to. Oh, we see another up tilt forward smash.
Yeah, he DI'd that one much better, but sadly he was just still put in a situation where he was going to get easily edge guarded by the slanting forward smash.
Yeah. We see some tech flubs here. I love shine grab on Marth. Marth has a bad roll, which is one of the best ways to get out of a shine grab, and you can actually get so much position off of those grabs.
Nice down smash there. He was low percent enough to crouch cancel and save that one.
Yeah.
Missed the first one.
Just to clarify that, the up B will actually Sakurai angle Falco until like 17% or something. So you actually can't crouch cancel it. You have to ASDI down. And so it was really smart of Roboticphish to do that first down smash so that he wasn't technically crouching. He was holding down and ASDIing down during that. So then he was able to get the second down smash.
Oof. Final destination, of course. I mean,
Yeah,
you
of course.
You really wouldn't have expected to see anything else from this Marth in the last game.
Well, I'm a little surprised because this is a best of 3, so I'm curious what Roboticphish banned. I'm assuming it'd have to be Fountain or something.
Yeah, I would assume. Maybe that's just a personal distaste for Fountain. I know a lot of people have very personal feelings about that stage.
It could be some information that he picked up during the set too, right? Like
very nice double fair F
amazing.
there.
But you got to think like maybe the Marth wasn't comboing that hard off of his grabs, or maybe it seems like he can't get the chain grab. Maybe he's having a hard time dealing with the laser control, because on this stage Marth has nowhere to go when you're really hitting him with the lasers. So you have to either power shield it or win the like take laser mix up as Marth.
I would definitely say we didn't see a lot of grabs in general from JHTL in those first 2 games, so that might be what Roboticphish was leading.
Yeah, but you never know. Marth can just bring it out on this stage.
I mean, they should be practicing it if they're not.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, edge guard position. Gets a forward smash, no tipper, but it doesn't matter. Okay, let's see this control. Usually, invincibility, I always like to think of it as like free stage position. Because you're walking at a person, they can't hit you. So either they like outsmart you and like run through you or something, or they have to back up into the corner. And especially on a stage like this with no platforms, you can really get that stage position, but he didn't really make much of it.
And on the topic of invincibility, I know you've been outspoken recently about your opinions on changes that should be made to the game or the rule set of the game. How do you feel about invincibility? Because a lot of people say, you know, one thing that would be cool is if invincibility was shorter in the game, or if it worked a little bit differently.
I think it's hard to change that game mechanic, right? I don't think that it's like great game design. It's one of my least favorite things about the game, honestly, but it's just kind of something, there is like a meta around it, right? So there's like counterplay and stuff. Oh, but this is going to be curtains.
He did not want to go into counter, and it's so hard when you're that close to the edge to not just go in and get countered and be in the perfect spot for a reverse up B.
I know it.
It is so